Yo, what's up with y'all, man? I hope you're doing good. If you're new and you're a fan of the NBA, subscribe to this channel. So let's get straight into it.
Like it's Minute Maid, hijack 4, renegade, 24, number 8, Kobe shit fade away, ballin' since 11th grade, still in school, let them hate.
So here's the approach that I'm taking. As of today, in the making of this video, since the NBA situation of returning is pretty unclear right now, and since the NBA draft date is probably going to be pushed back as far as I know currently, then that means we should take things just a little bit slower and build up a lot of anticipation for this sensational mock draft that I'm bound to make. But in the meanwhile, until then, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you guys a good idea of just how good these prospects are right now and possibly going into the future. So sit down, relax, and just watch Mojo go to work. I'm about to do my thing as usual. First off, I'd appreciate it if you could subscribe to my second channel, the Evolve channel, if you really rock with me and support me. Over there, you get to see the other side of me. Yes, basketball is my thing and it's my first love, but I like a whole bunch of other things too, so go ahead and check it out. Previously on Mojo 99, I reviewed and gave my opinion on 4 prospects with the highest potential in the 2020 NBA draft. To continue this run that I'm on, we're moving on to the next set of prospects. One of the more unknown prospects and possibly underrated because of how much weight his competition's names hold. LaMelo Ball, man, is much more popular, way more popular than some players who are already in the league today because of how he grew up though. Constant cameras flashing in his face and being talked about at a stupid young age on major televised media. And what made this storm of clout that LaMelo has even more untouchable is that he backed it up on the court. He is the real deal. He's a gifted passer, an electrifying offensive player, and to many, the best point guard in this NBA draft class. But the real question is he really though? Is he the only point guard in this class who deserves to be in the one of the best players in the draft convo? Is LaMelo Ball, now hold on, slow down, hear me out. Don't slander me now, do it after the video if you want. At least have some class. But is LaMelo Ball truly the undisputed best point guard to take in this NBA draft? To me, no. And let me go ahead and get into my bag and explain why before these keyboard warriors start to go crazy. But before I continue to prove my point, don't get me wrong. In my last video, I said that he had the most potential out of every single other player in his class to dominate the league at a superstar type level compared to his peers. I still stand by that, but let's not get lost in LaMelo's abundance of sauce here. He shot only 37% from the field, but even more concerning is that he shot 25% from 3 on 7 attempts per game. He was chucking them out there. Now that is a huge worry. Because first off, just like his older brother, his shot looks just a little funky. It looks like LeVar Ball did a good job of doing everything but perfecting their shots. But anyways, that's beside the point. He's shown so many times of lacking patience and trying too hard at times to get the flashy moment. And because of his shooting rules and decision making when it comes to letting it fly, he literally almost has no mid-range game. It's non-existent. Even though his offensive prowess is exciting to watch, still does have some worrisome holes in his game, much like every other prospect. But this prospect, who is also an overseas talent, just like LaMelo, stands at 6'5" and was based in France and nearly has no worries in his game. The point guard that I'm referring to was Killian Hayes, aka the only other guard giving LaMelo Ball a run for his money in the draft. Killian is a left-handed PG that has the height of a 2 guard. The most valuable thing that he has in his repertoire is his sensational passing ability and vision. His peripheral on the court is unexpectedly elite. Man is uncomfortably comfortable just whipping passes over the heads of defenders across the court. He sees it all on the floor and seems pretty advanced off of the pick and roll as well. And as we all know, the NBA is a pick and roll heavy league. Now Killian really didn't raise his stock up until these last few months, because the talk of the town at the time was guys like LaMelo Ball, and after LaMelo Ball, it was, guess who? Cole Anthony. Do y'all remember him? The 19-year-old dude who looks like he's been in the NBA already for like 7 years, just looks-wise. The next player that I'm about to mention has been around for a while now, and I really don't know why I feel like that, but I just get the vibe. Maybe it's because his dad used to play in the NBA, or how often I see this man on my IG feed. Or wait, maybe, just maybe, I got it. This is definitely it. Maybe it's because this man looks like he's in his prime already. I'm talking 25, 26-year-old NBA point guard. This man been in the league for like 5 years already. As of now, Anthony seems to be the most well-rounded point guard out of the draft. Now wait, like I said in the beginning of the video, don't quote me on anything I say in this, because things will change. Yeah, I definitely did say that before, and I'm sticking to that. Since then, Killian has even surpassed him and has been climbing all types of boards. Along with Killian's superb passing ability, which alone will make him a lottery pick, what really pushes him towards the top is his scoring ability as well. As mentioned earlier, he's a 6'5" left-handed guard, so you already know what type of comparisons are going to be thrown at that man. The D'Angelo Russell and James Harden comparisons are going to be flying towards this man at a rapid rate, but I can't say too much about that and how accurate those comparisons are, because some of you know why. I'm gonna save that for another video. Just know that if you know, then you know. With those two comparisons thrown in the air, you must now know that we should be dealing with some type of shooter here, and we really are. Kellyan shot 39% from 3 on 4 attempts per game. He's also a great ball handler who rarely ever looks like he's out of control on the court. He's slithery with his handle and can certainly play either guard spot in the NBA because of his size. But determining that just depends on the team who drafts him. He's versatile, long, agile, and an above average athlete. I'd say that he's quicker than many expect him to be. Everything that LaMelo Ball lacks in, Kellyan Hayes is the complete inverse in that category. He's off rip a better shooter. His 39% 3-point percentage is not a fluke at all. His 91% free throw percentage completely backs that up. His mid-range game is actually existent and isn't a liability on defense at all. Kellyan Hayes is that dude and is one of the most NBA ready prospects. Even though he has a frail frame and not that much of an impressive body, he's still one of the most NBA ready prospects. This dual threat PG trend of guards like Trae Young, Ja Morant, and D'Lo, these guys who are elite passers and scorers, is what Kellyan Hayes has the potential to become in the right environment. Now, since Kellyan is so great and almost has no major flaws, then why isn't he considered equal to LaMelo Ball, or hell, maybe even a better prospect than him? It doesn't make sense how someone can be so solid like Kellyan but still be ranked number 2 behind LaMelo. Well, let's break it down and try to reveal why that's so. The it factor. I don't know what exactly it is, but I can't explain it, and I don't think anyone can really do so. But we all know that it exists, and it's a very real thing. Only 6, 7, maybe 8 players in the league year in and year out have it. This it factor may be just an illusion, or maybe something that separates stars from superstars. LaMelo just has that swag and that aura to him, that takeover mentality and ability, and it feels like Kellyan Hayes just doesn't. He seems limited. And what is limiting him from being picked ahead of LaMelo Ball, if that does happen, is the lack of having the it factor and his ability to play in the spotlight. I don't think anyone has worries or nightmares about LaMelo Ball being the face of a struggling organization like the New York Knicks, for instance. But Kellyan Hayes, I don't know. I honestly don't know how you perform in that type of pressure. But first off, let's just get this out the way. This is totally off the script. Kellyan Hayes is left-handed. He likes to go left a lot. That's one of his major flaws. Secondly, the Knicks have RJ Barrett, who likes to do the same thing. And third, they have Julius Randle too, who is also left-handed. And that just seems like a tragedy, because he likes to do the same thing as well as the other two players. But back to the point, if LaMelo is going to be a star, I believe it's by force. And if Kellyan Hayes is going to be one, it'll be by faith. You gotta have faith in him that he will. I think I got it, and I know what it is. Kellyan has a lower ceiling, but a higher floor. And LaMelo Ball is the complete opposite. He has a higher floor, but a much lower ceiling. And that's because of the holes that he currently has in his game. Both are fine and undisputedly are the 2 best point guards in the draft. I don't care what nobody says. But in the NBA draft, teams fiend for players with more potential. And that's LaMelo Ball. But I do believe Kellyan Hayes is the better player as of today. Meaning that things could change 6, 7 years, months from now, depending on when the NBA comes back. I said this already, but this line, you can't lie. This line is way too clean to not repeat again. If LaMelo Ball is going to be a star, it's going to be by force. But if Kellyan Hayes is going to be a star, it's gonna be by faith. Literally every single thing has to go this man's way, or else he could easily be limited or forced and turned into the perfect role player in the NBA. And I don't think anyone wants to spend a top 5, top 6 pick on that. The best case scenario for the two is if LaMelo gets drafted by the Knicks. It takes on all that pressure and becomes a stress reliever, specifically a drug, an antidepressant for Knicks fans, because Lord knows, bro, they've been going through it for these last few years. And for Kellyan, I feel like a team like the Pistons, or hell, maybe even better yet, a team like the Atlanta Hawks, who need a playmaking 2 guard who can apply pressure to the defense and can take a load off a trade, is what'll fit him best. He has the size, the shooting, the vision, and also the defense is not bad, and it's there as well to go ahead and unlock the Atlanta Hawks offense. That's something that I've been preaching to y'all this last 2 years. At the end of the day, if you take anything from this video, just know that LaMelo Ball may be viewed as the future superstar, but Kellyan Hayes is not that far away from him, and it's a lot closer between the two than many people think. At the end of the video though, man, I really do appreciate you for coming over here on my channel and seeing what I have to talk about today. That's hella dope of you. But yeah, man, go ahead and share this video, like this video, comment down below your thoughts, and wash your hands. But until then, I'll get right with you.
No way, remember back when I couldn't get a play, no home, I ain't have a place to stay, I got to work, made it serve, free the way, told my girl who'd ever thought